Welcome, welcome, dear friends. Welcome and happy Monday. This is a very important, auspicious Monday here. Here we are, last day of September, wrapping up an amazingly powerful month. And here we are with our usual Monday check-in and our Mastering Your Mindset session. So, like I said, I was excited about the content that I want to share with you and bring to your awareness about this week. So, like I said, here we are on the last day of September, about to step into October and officially into the last quarter of 2024. And so there's a lot of energies around that, stepping into that final quarter, but also the moon phases, as you know, before we get into pulling cards to help us immerse ourselves into the energies. I use 4 different decks of cards with these sessions. But before we do that, we look at the phases of the moon. And the phase of the moon that we're affected by very, very auspiciously and powerfully is the new moon in the sign of Libra. It's actually a new moon and solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. I love it when we have these types of things in Libra. So Libra is all about equilibrium, about balance, about being able to see both sides of situations. So new moons, as you know, new moons are about bringing your awareness deep within you, contemplating, setting intentions, planting seeds for that which you wish to work on. However, it's hugely amplified by this solar eclipse energy, which means that the intentions and the seeds that you plant at this point, like I said, stepping into the last quarter of 2024, this is going to ripple out for months, perhaps even years. So that there's a sense of, like I said, this equilibrium. So there's a sense of really aligning with your authentic nature. So when we start looking at relationships and pieces are like, where is that sense of balance and ease and flow? Of course, the first place you got to start with is your relationship, you with you. Because oftentimes, if you're in relationships that have a wee bit of discombobulation or a wee bit of conflict or a wee bit of tension, that's actually almost like the universe saying, tapping on your shoulder and saying, what is it that's out of whack with you? What is it that's out of balance or needs to be lovingly brought into balance with you? And that's a big piece about letting go. Maybe it's a mindset, maybe it's an agenda, maybe it's a belief. So this is a perfect time to really flow and change and shift that which needs to flow and change and shift in order to really find that fulcrum point. The fulcrum point saying, yes, there's positive and negative, but when you get into that, finding your sense of ease and balance, that's like the fulcrum of the scales. If anything that I say in these sessions trigger you or discombobulate you, or you need a bit more support or guidance, just put it in the comments below or message me directly, because I really, this is my whole intention with these sessions, is to help you really access those answers which you're looking for, which are also looking for you. I've often said that the answers you're looking for are actually looking for you. And sometimes that means, pressing pause on the busy chatter in your mind, or pressing pause on the obligations and the shoulds and the have-tos, to just feel into, like, really honor, how do you feel? It's one of my favorite questions that I really encourage you to, if you haven't already, bring this into your own way of checking in with yourself. Is when you have a choice or a decision, or you're in a situation, or you're doing certain things in a certain way, pause for a wee minute and see, how do I feel about myself here? When we allow ourselves to lean into that, we can actually access that wisdom that's deeply within us. Our emotions are guidance systems. So if you feel a little bit nervous or anxious or wary or worried, maybe it's time to just see, what can you let go of? Which is perfect segue into, we're going to pull a card now. So in order to really make best use of this new moon energy and to really acknowledge that which is done, which is over, you're not taking forward, because this is a new beginning. Very strong new beginnings in here, in this energy. So therefore, it's a good time to maybe declutter or do an inventory or just check in. So take a nice deep breath with me and let's see what can we focus on, or just see what guidance comes up here that says maybe we could focus on letting this go, or checking in to see if this is something that needs to be let go. And actually the card that's come up is relationship. So what part of relationship? Now this could be a relationship, a physical relationship with somebody, or it could be the relationship you have with you. There's a component. I've often said that I think we're all multiple personalities. So there could be an inner dialogue that you've got a relationship with that's not serving the most auspicious, authentic, aligned version of you. But then, like I say, it could also be that it's a relationship that's not filling you up, that's maybe, you know how sometimes it's said that we have relationships for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. So maybe this is time to check the connection, the correctness for you with all of your relationships. And is there an adjustment that needs to be there? And of course, it's also really important to trust your own intuition here, because not everybody gets us. Not everybody is our besties, right? So it's about really honoring what's right for you. That's very powerful. What's right for you, what's right and best for you as we step forward as empowered creator beings. That's what's on offer here too. Okay, take a deep breath. I've been shuffling my tarot cards. I do one tarot card and then 3 from the Healing with the Angels cards. So let's see, what wisdom does the tarot have for us? Beautiful. So this is an interesting one. The card that's come up is the 9 of Cups. I love this one. The 9 of Cups is all about abundance, but it's also about coming from an abundant, loving heart and sharing your abundant, loving heart. So if you are to give up or to let go of a relationship, maybe you can actually look to make sure that the relationships that you're cultivating and honoring, that they allow you to show up as your genuine, quirky, emotional, loving, authentic self. And that's actually a really nice way to do that, because sometimes if we're in the company of somewhere where we feel like we have to censor ourselves, or we have to watch our P's and Q's, or maybe we feel like we're walking on eggshells, something of that nature, then you're not really being who you truly are. And so that's an important piece too, to just tap into your sense of flow with that. I trust that makes sense. And like I say, if you need any further support or guidance, just let me know. Because this is powerful times. And you see, the other thing too, I was going to actually say a wee bit more about the eclipse. With this solar eclipse, for the last 2 weeks, energetically, we've been kind of inspired to really deepen our connection with our own essence. They're called eclipse windows, and that's what we're actually currently in, and it closes on October 2nd when we have that ring of fire solar eclipse. It opened when we had the full moon and lunar eclipse. And so this is about really leaning into, really allowing yourself to find your best rhythm. And that's why I was saying about that sense of Libra energy, it's about fairness and equality and seeing both sides and choosing your best path forward. And so that 9 of Cups energy is really encouraging you to even just put your hand on your heart and check in. Am I operating from the wisdom of my heart energy. And the other part too that I just thought of too is that when we do that, it's to make sure that you've got your energies of your head, your heart, and your higher self in alignment in order to make decisions and choices and choosing the relationships or saying this relationship's being released or let go of. So I really encourage you to work on or to see, do you need to tweak or change your relationship with you is the essential piece first. And then focus on the relationships with other people or groups or beliefs or systems. So, like I said, I just wanted to bring that in because this is powerful times for all of us. And so now, moving on, we're going to pull 3 of the Healing with the Angels cards, and then we wrap it all up with one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth cards. Because, of course, that's exactly what we're trying to do here. Well, we're not trying to do it, we're doing it. We are really, and it's like put layers of an onion, right? Because if we're here doing this, we're going to constantly be evolving and shifting and changing. And so it's about having a sense of ease and listening. So listening to your guidance. Listening is a very important part. So that's why I love that question that I said. How do I feel about myself? Are you listening to the guidance that your emotional feedback, your emotional loop provides to you? And one of the best ways to do that is meditation. Actually, meditation is a really important piece when we have new moon phases. It's just to surrender, to be quiet, to allow that sense of guidance to come through. And remember to play. I love that. Remember to play. This is a game. So sometimes I can get really serious about talking to you about the mindset and the letting go, but it is supposed to feel like fun, like play, like I get to do this. And that's something that I really encourage you to watch your languaging. You know, sometimes we can get caught in loops of I have to do this, I should do this, got to do this. See if you can ever, if you catch yourself doing that, see if you can shift it. I get to do this. I choose to do this. I love to do this. And that in itself can change your energy and change your approach. So what do you get to do? What do you choose to do? What do you love to do? And focus more on that. Okay, take another deep breath. I'm just about ready to send you off into this amazingly powerful, empowering week ahead. But like I said, we're going to finish off with one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth. And let's see what guidance comes up for us in this one for this week. Perfect. The card that's come up for us is I am responsible. And that is a really powerful message that's coming with that energy about the Libra new moon. Is you are responsible for everything that you experience. Whether you want to take that in or not, it is your choice. You get to choose it. But let me read this out to you. Before I do, one of the things I love about responsible is that I break that word apart. You have the ability to respond to everything. And that's where our power is. That's where your power is recognizing that you have the ability to respond to everything and anything around you. So like I said, let me read this out to you. I can no longer hide behind justifications that I am not good enough or that I do not know what my truth is. I do know I am a beautiful beacon of light, and I am responsible to and for that. That's a beautiful way to wrap up this powerful, pivotal, transformative energy. I wish you a beautiful week ahead, and I'll be back again with you next week. Much love to you.